So here's the deal. According to the experts at the National Weather Service, when it's a few degrees below zero outside and the wind is blowing at 5 to 10 miles per hour, it feels like a whopping 20 degrees below zero because of the wind chill. Can you imagine how cold that is? Now, at that kind of temperature, frostbite and hypothermia can hit a person's body in less than half an hour if they're not dressed for the extreme cold. But here's the thing, this story is not about a full-grown adult. Nope. It's about a little kid who found himself in the middle of all this freezing madness. Our main character is 5-year-old Maddox Pierce. One early morning in February 2021, he decided to venture out into the freezing cold wearing nothing but his onesie pajamas. Can you believe it? It was a cold, snowy, and windy morning, and poor Maddox was definitely not prepared for such extreme weather. It was like he was playing with fire. Let me tell you what happened. Maddox woke up before 4 in the morning and realized that he was home all alone. But here's the thing, he was actually being watched by his teenage aunt while his mom worked during those early hours. Maddox got scared when he couldn't find his mother and didn't know his aunt was sleeping in the house. So what did he do? He panicked and decided to go to his grandfather's house. Can you imagine a little kid making that risky trip alone? When Maddox stepped outside his house, he was shivering in his flimsy pajamas. The temperature was well below freezing, it was snowing, and the wind was blowing like crazy. Even for an adult with a mature mind, these conditions would have been dangerous. But for a little kid like Maddox, it was like being faced with potential disaster. But here's where it gets really incredible. Just as the winter weather was at its worst, our hero, snowplow driver David Gerke, arrived on the scene. You see, on that blustery morning, David got into his snowplow to clear the snowy roads and make things safer for everyone. And guess what he came across? A child wandering alone in the snow. Can you believe it? David spotted Maddox by sheer luck. The lights from his snowplow briefly illuminated the little guy, and that's when David knew something was seriously wrong. He immediately stopped the plow, jumped out of the cab, and picked up the freezing child. He even took off his own coat to keep Maddox warm. How amazing is that? David quickly took Maddox into the warm cab of his truck, turned up the heat, and called the police for help. When the police arrived, they found Maddox safe and sound. They contacted Maddox's worried mother, Brittany Weissenberger, and reunited them. It must have been such a relief for her. Here's the best part, no one was in trouble. The police realized it was all just a big misunderstanding. Maddox innocently thought he was home alone and embarked on his little adventure. It was pure luck and kindness that saved him from what could have been a tragic situation. The police even gave David a certificate of appreciation for his heroism. But you know what? David didn't really care about the certificate. He was just happy to know that Maddox was safe. He said he didn't need any fancy recognition. Knowing that the little boy was okay was all that mattered to him. And that's what true kindness is all about, isn't it?